Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pierce Gaming News. I didn't post a video yesterday, guys, because it was Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a very nice Thanksgiving, by the way. But I got one story for you guys. So there's this video, I know this is a few days old now, but it's a video on what do video games have against women. Well, this whole video has to do with Anita Sarkeesian and this Sheila Kotar, whatever the heck her name is. It doesn't even matter. Well, apparently she made an article that said, what do video games have to do, or what do video games have against women? And yeah, this is not going to end well for these news corporations because they were basically just assuming what a gamer is and what games are. And it's really getting sickening. So anyways, this Sheila girl, women, whatever, she's like, oh, I profiled her and she has about 10 consoles set up in her apartment. She puts this out for free and people are just making death threats and rape threats. It's like, well, yeah, that's bad, but you know, no, like, I know where she's coming from. Like, each video game should probably have women in it, but all video game settings are not made just to have, pick your gender. I hope you guys know what I'm saying. Like, Assassin's Creed, I think, like, not really, like, they had, what is that, Liberations? That was really fun, but that's because the setting was right. Now, I don't know if Unity would be able to have that kind of setting. Either would Far Cry. I mean, it would be great if there was, but some games just can't have a female lead character. Let me say this. Video games are code. They're literally numbers on a computer screen. They are not real. What is the big deal? It's a video game. It's supposed to be fun to play. I don't see any like hardcore gamers like me, you guys. I don't see anybody complaining about that. Oh wow, there should really be women in the game. No, because the setting isn't right for it. Like, oh my god, these media places don't even understand how gaming works. Gaming is for gamers. Oh, and then they had the audacity to go and say, oh, well, the video gamer stereotype is they're like a unemployed middle to late 20s or 30s living in their parents' basement. Yeah, I don't think any gamers are like that, to be quite honest with you. So that right there is, you don't want to listen to these guys because it's like whatever you're saying is not making sense. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And then like, oh well, women's gaming has 45%, or women are 45% of the gaming community, and they're like, yeah, but that doesn't count console gaming, that only counts mobile gaming, and that includes console gaming, but it's not the whole thing. It's like, oh my god, just shut your mouth when you're talking. My god. She's like, oh, there's really no place for them in this culture. You know what? There is. It depends upon the game. That's all it does. If it's a game that wants to be a female-based game, with a female lead protagonist or character, go right ahead. We don't have an issue with that. The developers, they can't just throw in a random, like, say if it's a women-led game, you can't just throw in a male character and expect that game to be good. You have to get the right fitting, right actors, right character. We don't have a problem with that. So it's not that women don't have any, like, women, they play video games. I don't know how many women game players actually care about if there's a women lead character or not. I don't really know. Personally, for me, I don't care if it's a female lead character. I could care less. I'm glad they could have gender changes in each game or whatever. But oh my god, these people just need to shut their mouth. This Bloomberg, holy man, they need to get a life. Like, seriously. And then they got back into the harassment for Anita, and yeah, that's obviously bad. I don't know why people have to threaten her. It's just her opinion, but I don't know why she's like wasting her time doing this. It's a good thing that it's out there, but developers have control over the game, and I think if they were losing millions upon millions of dollars a year because the lead character wasn't a male or female, then they would change it. As of right now, the game sells great regardless of who's in the game. If it's a female or male, that's seriously the thing. I don't know. I'm just stumbling upon my words. I'm just angry at these guys, and I am just going off. They also spoke with the CEO of GTA 5, or Take-Two Interactive, which is a company for Rockstar, and it's kind of funny. And then the guy that's on this panel thing, he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not really a hardcore gamer, but like, this guy probably just plays Candy Crush. But anyways, he literally is like, oh, GTA 5 has come under some critical circumstances or something. Oh man, it's like, holy jeez, you need to just stop. He's like, prostitutes are formed in a way that you can have sex with the prostitutes and kill them if you so choose. It's like, yeah, that's the point of the game, guys. It just comes down to saying it's just a code in a computer screen. It's not real life. I don't get why people have to be so uptight. It's virtual reality is basically what it is. It gets you away from being able to do things that you can't be able to do in real life. I honestly hate people like this because they don't know anything about gaming at all, and it just, it grinds my gears. And then they showed a little video segment with the CEO, and it's kind of funny how it went down. He basically was like, this game is it's criminal setting, it's very like gritty. He's like, we're not gonna beat around the bush. We're not gonna keep that out. We know it's a criminal game, and it's art. It's beautiful art, he says. And I love this. He's like, we stand shoulder to shoulder with major motion art pictures and major television shows that explores the similar universe. And they go back to that one girl, Sheila, I think her name was. She's like, that's a very good point. It's like, really, video games are basically like movies. That's why they have the ESRB rating. Parents still buy it for their children. This is why it's a bad thing. I mean, this isn't what the topic is, but this is what boils down to. It has the ESRB rating on it. You know it's rated M. GameStop or Best Buy, Walmart, they ask you, do you want to buy this rated M game for your child? And parents blindly say yes. They don't know what's in the game. So yeah, she literally just needs to stop. This woman seriously needs to be done with this, because I don't want to like hear her name again, because these 3 people on Bloomberg have no idea what they're talking about. It's like no different than watching a movie, honestly, but you have a controller in your hand. Tell me what the difference between a movie and a video game is. Obviously, you don't interact with the movie. There's really not much of a difference. So why is it just video games? Why don't they move on to movies too while they're at it? One last point before I end the video. This is literally the dumbest thing I have ever heard. They're like, oh, we don't have to do that if you don't want to, and this is the only way women's are exposed in the game. I love how they leave out the online portion of the game. You can customize a female character. Yeah, it's not the same as the main story, but guess what? The main story is a different part of the game, isn't it? It has 3 main protagonists, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. They leave that out. And obviously, if there are 3 guys, you're gonna go to the strip club. You're gonna go watch the strippers. You're gonna go pick up prostitutes. Okay, that's part of the main story. Well, not really, but it's in the main storyline. She left out the whole online portion of the game where you can customize a female character. And why is it just Grand Theft Auto that gets this crap? Just because it's probably one of the best-selling games of all time. What's the use? What's the point? Why are you just picking on this one specific company? You know, I'm sorry if this video didn't make any sense, guys. I just had to get this off my chest. I am so sick and tired of these news companies, whatever you want to call this. I don't even know what it is. I'm so sick of them just taking video games and just don't know anything about them. They're basically judging a book by its cover, and they're going off of this Sarkeesian woman. Like, okay, you're going off of one person's opinion, and then you got 3 other people in the panel that don't know absolutely nothing about video games. Great idea you guys have there. I'm glad. Guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys care if there's a woman character or not? Do you think it affects sales or anything? Let me know down in the comments. I just hope these things go away sooner rather than later. Because this is just, it gets adults the wrong idea of video games, and it's not right. Alright guys, make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.